Hi dear students. So today you can see two diagrams on the screen and you will be getting the idea that yes, we are talking about data transmission and different types of data transmission. So these two sockets or ports are very commonly known, especially this one. So yes, the name of this port is USB port. And yes, this you can also see while plugging your HDMI cables or different cables at the back of your PC or different devices. And in this specific port, you can see a pattern here, like a parallel combination of holes. So such type of data transmission where we are using parallel line, that is known as parallel data transmission. And this type of transmission is known as serial data transmission. So basically we have two types of data transmissions. Let's proceed further with these types of transmission. As the name serial is indicating us that something is transferring one by one at one communication line, one by one, as we have a drama serial, etc., etc. So you can see here we have two devices, device A and device B. Suppose this is your sender device, this is your receiver device, and yes, number of bits are transferred across single wire. Focus required on the thing, single wire. On a single wire, bits are traveling one by one and reaching the destination device B. So here you can see different advantages and disadvantages of serial data transmission. So very obvious thing is as data is sent one by one, so there is no chance of changing the sequence of the bits, right? So no data squaring or less chance of data squaring, right? And then when data is being transferred a single line, so there is no chance of interference of data with one another. Bits will not be interfering each other. Only one wire is needed. It means it's very cost effective, easy to buy. Then we have disadvantages of obviously when the bits are transferring one by one, so it's a slower data transmission time. And yes, we need to tell our data that here the data is starting and the data is stopping. So it means we need additional start and stop bit information added with the original data. Hopefully you got the idea of what are the advantages and disadvantages of serial data transmission. Let's proceed further with the parallel data transmission. So you can see here we have multiple transmission lines and multiple number of bits are transferring through these multiple lines from device A to device B. So seems to be a quicker one as a number of data bits can be transferred from device to device. So we have a sender end and a receiver end and data is being transferred from device A to device B by using multiple wires. Then we have different transmission modes. The name of these are simplex mode, half duplex and full duplex. Let's discuss these different modes. Simplex data transmission. No need to confuse it with serial data transmission because we are talking about transmitting the data from one point to another point in terms of direction, right? So simplex data transmission is your unidirectional, right? Data is being transferred from sender to receiver in one direction. An example of this is computer to a printer. Yes, we are sending data from computer to printer and it's not possible to send any data from printer back to computer. Got it? So such type of transmission that is one way is known as simplex data transmission. Then second type of data transmission is half duplex. So again we are going to categorize it in terms of direction. It's our bidirectional data But important thing is that data cannot be transferred at both the directions. Here you can see in the diagram, device A is sending signals to device B. Yes, device B can also send signal to device A, but not at the same time. First, she will stop doing this process of sending, then the other process can be initiated. So the word simultaneously we use to describe this situation, that data is not transferring at the same time. Yes, it's bidirectional, but not at the same time. So we had an example of walkie-talkie, that on walkie-talkie, one device is communicating the signal, then the sender says over, and then the other device can send signal, and vice versa. Then we have full duplex data transmission. Yes, it's bidirectional, and at same time messages can be sent and received, or data can be sent or received. So we are using the word simultaneously here for data transmission, that data can be transmitted in both directions simultaneously. For example, broadband internet connection, we are uploading and downloading the files at a time. So dear student, in order to understand or grasp these concepts clearly, let's try a question from your workbook. So here, whenever any question has been given to you, understanding of question is the important thing. So here it is clearly mentioned, you need to tick 2 boxes for each description. So data sent 1 bit at a time down a single wire. Very clear, we are talking about serial data transmission. And when we are talking about direction, yes, we need to fill simplex. Our simplex data transmission is one directional. Now, next point, data sent 16 bits at a time down 16 wires in both directions. When we are talking about both directions, it means we are talking about duplex mode, but not at the same time. It means it's half duplex. And 16 bits, yani multiple wires are being used means, so we need to click parallel here. All right. Data sent 16 bit at same time down 16 wires. So very clear. Again, it's a parallel data transmission. And in both directions simultaneously, it means it's full duplex. Data sent 8 bits at a time down 8 wires in one direction only. One direction is your simplex, and 8 bits at a time down, it means it's parallel. Data sent 1 bit at a time down a single wire in both directions simultaneously. Single wire means serial data transmission, and both directions simultaneously is your full duplex. Data sent 1 bit at a time, so it's your serial data transmission, but not at the same time, in both directions, but not at the same time. It's your half duplex. So hopefully you got the idea of different transmission modes. We have 3 transmission modes: simplex, half duplex, and full duplex. And then we have different types of data transmission, that is serial and parallel. So thanks for watching my video. Keep watching and subscribing my channel. Thank you very much.